Hello, my name's Paul Simon, and I'm a business journalist and lobbyist working in the east of England. It gives me great pleasure again to have Matt Moss with me. Matt is the MD of Smart Garden Rooms, Offices and Studios. Matt, the season of mists and mellow fruitfulness is with us and winter isn't far away. I just wonder, can you give me an idea as to how Smart has deseasonalized its demand? Because I'd imagine this time of year, there's very little demand, is there, for your products?
Hi, Paul. Again, thank you very much for today and the insights here for Smart. Traditionally, you would think this type of project, this type of building, going into a garden, people will only be really thinking about it in terms of, a spring project, getting ready for the summer so they can enjoy that. But really, that's what differentiates our product to sort of traditional, perhaps summer house that people might look at putting into their garden. Our product is a 365 product. It's a space solution. We're not trying to provide a luxury hangout for our customers. We're trying to provide them with a solution to a problem that they've got, and that problem is they don't have the space. They don't have the dedicated place where they can go and either work, relax, work out, whatever that might be. So if you're talking about somebody that's trying to work from home, they're looking for that additional space, that isolated space that they can focus on their job. They can pull some sort of routine into their day where they're going to a dedicated space to work. And in many people's houses, they don't have that because it's being used as a spare room or a kid's room or whatever it might be. So what we provide is very different. It's a different solution. So and it's something that people will want to therefore use all year round. So for us, it's about trying to get that message across that this isn't a summer house. This isn't a luxury garden room that you'll only use for a few months of the year. This is a 365 all-purpose, fully fitted facility that you can work in without any impact of what's going on the outside to carry out your activities, whether that's working, relaxation, crafts, hobbies, whatever it might be.
Sounds good. But of course, although we've had some mild winters recently, temperatures do drop. And I just wonder whether you can tell us a little bit more about the kind of specking of your buildings that make sure the experience is almost a home from home one, in terms of obviously heating, in terms of insulation and energy efficiency.
Yeah, sure. So our buildings are fully insulated. So we use like Celotex type insulated board, which goes in the floors, it goes into the ceiling, it goes into the walls. Every component. We use double glazed glass as well. So in terms of a thermal retention, it's very, very high. Our heating solutions vary. You can have a plug-in wall heater all the way through to a fully air-conditioned system that will both heat and cool. Underfloor heating, if you would like that. We've even put, believe it or not, we've actually put wood burners into our buildings for some customers. So in terms of what the building offers you, and our claim is that it is a 365 use, and it's not a bold claim, that's just fact. You can use this 365 days a year with a small amount of heating in the colder months.
Do that, Matt? Do you have any evidence? Is there market research or customer research to show that there is an equal use or near equal use of your buildings in winter compared to summer?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. A lot of the reason why our success rate is so high in terms of conversion is because people are looking for that solution, because they're not looking for a summer house. They're looking for somewhere to run their business from. We've got dog groomers, we've got business owners, we've got consultants, we've got financial advisors, we've got a judge, we've got a microbiologist. All these people, they're carrying out their jobs day to day. We've got one chap, he's a model railway enthusiast, and he has his model railways in his garden room, which he goes to, through summer, winter, throughout. Actually, I'd say it's probably more of a winter hobby than it was a summer hobby in that sense. We've got people that are doing art, where they're creating crafts. these aren't just fads. These are buildings that people are utilising. And of course, when you look at the investment cost, average building between sort of 15,000, 20,000 pounds. It's not something that somebody's going to put in their garden for a couple of days in the summer when the weather's nice. This is an investment. It's akin to another building on another room in their property. No different if you were to spend £50,000 on extending or £30,000 converting your garage. You would spend that money because you're going to use it, and our buildings are no different to that.
I'm interested in the judge. That sounds fascinating. He's not hearing cases remotely, is he? Or her, or is she?
Well, obviously, the whole legal element is private and confidential, so I'm not sure I can mention too much. But yeah, a very high profile judge, which is fantastic for us, and we've got a massive array of people using our buildings for all different purposes, which is fantastic for us.
So we're not just coming to the end of a year, are we? We're coming to the end of a very particular year. 2020 clearly has been a game changer, for good or for bad, for many businesses and for many people and for society as a whole. As you begin to reflect, how would you encapsulate it from Smart's perspective?
I think that we'd always looked forward to 2020. When we did the management buyout in 2019, there was a lot of change, significant investment. We had worked very hard to reshape the business and get it to where we wanted it to be in a relatively short time. Having joined in the January, we completed the management buyout in the June. So it was a very, very short period of transition. So we were very much looking forward to 2020 being our year, with the launch of the Affinity, which we kickstarted off in February. We were very excited. And of course, when lockdown hit and COVID hit, it hit our business like every other business. Lots of panic decisions, lots of shutdowns that affected a whole supply chain. So you went from excitement and all the hard work, preparation, and everything we put into the business in 2019, ready to take on 2020, and then literally overnight just vanished. And at the time, having taken on the risk of the business, it was kind of a bit of a shell-shocking moment, really. And I remember, those first few weeks, sat here in my office thinking, well, I'm just going to have to see how this pans out. We have no idea what's going to happen. Like we just didn't know. And wind that forward a few weeks, I don't think we could ever have predicted or ever imagined that the impact on people, on the way people worked, the shift in what people valued as important as a sort of consequence of the whole COVID thing. There's no way we could have imagined that. We recently did the work from home survey, and in that it showed that only 26% of business leaders see financial elements of their role going forward as playing a big part of their happiness. Actually, people have reassessed their lives, and it's not about the financial elements anymore. It's about everything else. It's about work-life balance. It's about being happy in yourself, whether that's your mental well-being, your physical well-being, all those things. And because of that, there's been a huge shift in the way in which people want to work, and that's the difference. It's how people now want to work, as opposed to what they thought was how they had to work has changed. And it's being led, fortunately, by both sides. 70% of businesses see that a flexible, agile working environment is the future. That's what business leaders are saying, that they see the benefits of a flexible, agile working situation. So for us, the impact as a result of that, which initially we thought was just a bubble that might burst, has actually got some really long-term sustainability about it. And for us as a business, although 2020 isn't going to end as we had perhaps thought it might end, actually it's less about 2020, more about 2021 and beyond. Because
and let's talk about 2021 then, in terms of, you know, new product development, in terms of, you know, all the emphasis that you've placed hitherto on quality, on customer service, on cracking marketing, corporate social responsibility, you know, giving back to the wider community. Anything coming up that you can give me a sneak preview about, please?
Yeah, so 2021, we've got the augmented reality. That will launch undoubtedly early part of next year. We're in back-end development stages of that now, testing going on, and that's massively exciting. It's a huge investment for us and a game changer. You know, the ability for our customers to basically self-design, place, and interact with a building, multiple buildings. They can design as many as they like. That is huge, absolutely huge for us. And we're really excited about that because, you know, we've all talked about it, we've seen the possibilities, but to actually have it physically in our possession, virtually, obviously, is going to be incredible. So we are super excited about that. You know, but as a business, we need to continue to move forward. We have to continue to listen to our customers, listen to the challenges that our surveyors and our consultants are feeding back to us in order to develop and further develop our products and our offering. So, you know, we continue to do that, and we're looking to launch another product in the beginning of next year. Okay. And the plan is that the business development, the product development will look to generate a new product each year. Now, there's no point designing a building for the sake of designing it. It has to be something that the marketplace is going to want. But in some ways, we've always been the front runner in that. When we launched the Affinity, there was nothing on the market like that. So it's kind of a bit like what Mr. Ford said. You know, if I'd have asked the customers what they'd have wanted, they'd have all have said faster horses. And that's not how you innovate. You know, you take snippets of what people have got to say, but as innovators, we have to push the boundaries. We have to come up with the next big thing and the next development, etc. So, and we're working on that. So from a residential point of view, you know, we should see that coming through. And there's always new materials and new ideas and new products that we can incorporate into our products. So that's really exciting. We've got the commercial element of the business that I've been really passionate about getting off the ground, and that's dealing with more commercial opportunities, house builders, developers, and tradespeople. So again, we're in final stages of one of those deals coming to fruition, and there'll be more to come out about that in the near future. But you know, that will only complement what we've already got, and you know, opens up our business to another potential marketplace for growth. So for us, you know, there's lots of exciting things, and we'll continue doing the CSR piece and supporting the community. The recent G-Wiz auction was a fantastic initiative to be involved with. Gina had done a fantastic job in getting that off the ground and raising the profile of that. So for us to be part and be fortunate enough to be in a position to be able to take part in something like that is just fantastic, and we'll continue to do stuff like that as we can.
Brilliant. Well, lots of those we're going to have a chat about in due course. Yes. All those initiatives, I think we'll spend a separate conversation going through, but that's absolutely brilliant. So from the sound of it, for Smart, this is not a winter of discontent. It's a winter of content and a winter of ambition. Matt Moss, thank you ever so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.